Well, keep getting asked, hey, does Trump have a stimulus check yet? Well, he does actually, and it's $2,152. That's what he is giving out from his new big beautiful bill. Remember that just a couple of weeks ago? Well, actually, in there is $2,152 an average. It's an average for everybody in America. Okay, that's what they're going to get. Now, here's how it's broken down. So you may get a big check, you may get a small check, you may get no check. You may even have to have more money because he's taken money away from you in his stimulus checks. So you may be receiving or you may be giving towards the check. Now, here's how it breaks down. And this is an office from the Congressional Budget Office. They're nonpartisan and part of Congress I've been in town 50 some years that show the data on any bill. So here's how it's broken down what each income level in America is going to get from the big, beautiful bill. So sometimes he calls it, the tariff money that he's collecting and all kinds of different things. So this is what each person will going to get from his bill. And that's passed already in the House. Okay. From the lowest 10% to the highest 10% of households. Now, let me show you what that looks like in dollars, okay? So in dollars, here's what it says. So if you are the lowest 10% income in dollars, you're not going to get 21,000 or 2,152. You're going to get minus 1,214. It's going to take you that much more money to live next year than it will this year. That's in his stimulus package. Crazy, isn't it? That's right. This guy works on a different planet as far as I get it. Okay, so that's the lowest 10%. Okay, the next 10%, the second lowest, is going to lose $392, okay? And the third 10%, so that's 30% of the country already, is going to lose or get nothing. 30% of the country, 30%. So we have 300,000 people? So that's 100 million people. So that's 100 million people that are going to lose money. Okay. Now you go up the food chain. Okay. The fourth percent. So fifth percentile, that's half of them. So half the people are going to lose money. Okay. If you add those all up, half the people are losing money. Now you go back to the sixth percentile, 60% they're going to get $1,200. The seventh percentile is going to get $1,600, $22,000, $2,200, the 80%. So the top 20% now at 80% are going to get a stimulus check of $2,213. But the top 90%, the top 10%, is going to get $3,000. Now listen to this. The top 10%, the top is going to get $13,000. So if you're on the top 10% of American income, you're going to get a stimulus check of $13,000. If you're on the bottom 10% of American income, you're going to lose. That's right. Lose is going to cost you money. His stimulus check is going to cost you $1,214. And if you're on the bottom 20%, you're going to lose $392. So the stimulus check isn't working for almost to half the people, because if you get up to 50%, all of those on average are losing money. The top 50% are gaining money, okay? And the top 10% are getting $13,000. Wow. Okay, so that's the name of that tune. So you're going to need more money. And I'm sure most of my members are people in the bottom 50%. So you're going to have to find more money because the stimulus check is taking money from you and giving it to the top 50%. So how do you find that money? Well, there's a lot of programs out there that people don't know about. Okay, here's the signing of the big, beautiful bill. So it's beautiful for half the country, not so beautiful for the other half of the country. Okay, here's where you go. You go to Find Help. Oh, yeah, I got it over here. Findhelp.org. This is a good place to start if you're not a member of letsgohelp.com, because that's what we do. We show you all the free money programs that are available in America, whether it's from government offices or nonprofit organizations. We have 15,000 people that help you one-on-one, and it's only $20. But let's say you don't have $20. Here's what you do. You go to findhelp.org, you put in your zip code, and I put in my zip code, and then you hit the click, and then here you show that there's 3,852 nonprofit organizations and government offices that are here to help you. Okay, 3,852 government offices and nonprofit organizations that give out free money and services if you live in this country. There's different requirements for every one. So you have almost 4,000 programs, at least in my zip code, that I could apply to. There's where you have to do this. And this is the important thing about this, is that they're not in Google. Do not try to find these organizations in Google, because you'll put in rent money or something like that, and you'll get 200 million websites, and you'll never find the ones that are giving out free money. Also, remember one thing about finding free money: there's always more than one organization that gives out free money for you, okay? So when you call somebody that supposedly is helping you fix up your house or something like that, that roof's caving in, and they say, oh, you're not eligible, don't worry about that. You have to go somewhere else. Because if you put in, like at my place where I live, I put in home repair. Okay, what do I get? Okay, I just put that in there like that, and I get 175 organizations that give out free money and help for home repair. 175. So that's why when somebody says, no, we can't help you, sorry, lady, sorry, mister, go away. No, what you do when they say that is, okay, if you can't help me, can you suggest someone else that could help me? Okay, because they're going to know, more likely, they'll be the person who would know what else is available where you live. All these programs are really locally. You have to start locally. And when you start locally, you have to find organizations that are there to help you solve that problem. They all have gotten money already. They'll never ask you for money. They give money or give free services. This is what's great about America. But we don't know that because we live in Google. And Google is great because if you want to sell something, you go to Google. If you want to give something away, then you can't find that in Google. So the people who give money away and give services away to help you, I mean, and that's to get a better job. That's to solve your debt problems and pay your bills. That's to get health care. That's to start a business. That's to buy a house. That's to fix up a house. I mean, anything you could think of. There's dozens and dozens and dozens. Look, there's almost 4,000 where I live. That's just local people. They get money from the government, the federal government, money from the state government. They get money from nonprofit organizations. You cannot track that down. You have to track down the people who help you. And they're right there in that findhelp.org. Now, if you need more help for that, that's at lesgohelp.com. I've been studying this for 50 years, 50, that's right. And I'm motivated to do that till I die. I'm 82 already, and I'm going to do this every day of my life because it helps people. And people don't know about this, and they live in this great country that has all these services, but people don't know how great this country is because they go to Google. So you can't learn how great this country is by just going to Google. That's great if you have money. If you don't have money, and 50% of our population has no extra money to spend to solve their problems. So that's why we're here, to show you these free sources of money and help nobody else tells you about, because they don't advertise. So you have to do the effort. And it takes effort also. When you contact people, you have to contact as many people on the phone, talk to people, and then try to get them to help. And if they can't help you, then what you do is ask for who else can help me. Okay. And you may have to make 10, 20 calls, or at least until something happens. That's okay, because that's the way the system is. It's like getting a job or anything else. It's not handed to you, but it's there. And if you work at it, you'll get it. If you don't work at it, you probably won't get it. Maybe you get lucky and hit by lightning. Then I'll put you in an infomercial. That's what I used to do. People who got it very easy, you saw them in my infomercial. I made one phone call, I got $1,000, something, whatever. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen to you. So don't be prepared for that. Be prepared to do some work. And if you need support doing that, that's at letsgohelp.com.